Nah, bro, I was almost out. I was almost ready to be 100% no matter what this show throws at me. I refuse to ever go back to what I was thinking in the second episode. Actually, Grandma, maybe you're wrong. She does seem like a nice girl, a little weird, but you know what? We just need to help her. The end of last week came in and reminded us how scary this household is. And I couldn't begin to express how happy I was that Keitaro just dipped. He said no more, enough is enough, because he was rightfully upset. But they did it. I was almost out. I was almost fully ready to distrust these two characters for the rest of the show, and they roped me back in saying, well, I kind of see where they're coming from. Yeah, she's a little weird with her doll room, but you make a good point. I guess it is actually safe because they can't attack her and they can't attack each other without attacking each other. It's just, they did it. They made me once again feel like, as much as I recognize it almost feels like Stockholm Syndrome, I'm sympathizing with my kidnappers. I can't help but say, you know what, Keitaro? If you have the shot of potentially clearing your hand, maybe it's not the worst idea to help a little girl raise an army of murderous spirits in order to hunt an even more murderous spirit, because we might just be able to kill the spirit that cursed you. And honestly, Dark Gathering, bravo. Every instinct in my body says these two scare me. They frighten me beyond belief. I leave episodes or in the middle of episodes after even experiencing what I have, I still say, you know what? They're just a little misunderstood. It's brilliant. It absolutely is. Full live reaction episode 3 of Dark Gathering is available on my Patreon if you would like to see me get spooked in real time as I watch. It is over there if you're interested. I'm loving this one. The more I watch, the more I say, this is going to be a horror classic. I really feel that. 10 years from now when people are like, oh hey, recommend me some horror anime, I really feel like Dark Gathering is going to do it, because not only are we getting a 2-core, so it's not like it's just going to be like a 1-core, one-and-done season that doesn't have a lot to offer. We're going to see a lot with these characters, but the formula, the production, the horror, it is so good. That moment with Yayoi when she was walking through like it just was weird, man. All the sculptures just looking at her. There was hardly any dialogue or sound effects. It was just like the wind whistling, especially if you listen with headphones, the atmosphere. The hairs on my arm were standing up. Like, they know what they're doing with the atmosphere direction. But the brilliant thing is, rather than writing Keitaro as this idiot MC who objectively and instinct-wise should know to run away but doesn't, like when they hopped into that car, I'm sure most of us, myself included, were like, yep, there, he's gonna be in the back seat. He's going to be frowning or upset, but he wasn't. He walked away. He said, I am scared. I am a scaredy cat. I don't like the horror. I don't like any of this. And rather than going the route of just keeping this little girl as some psycho who doesn't understand normal things, instead they just immediately say, oh, she was just misunderstood. She thought he liked the horror stuff. That's why he keeps his hand around, because it's easily curable. And just the way they go about it, they break down these 3 characters where we go from Eiko, a lot of us assuming, oh, the gloves, she's got to be like, is she undead or something? You don't know, right? There's got to be some mystery. She's got to be the most twisted of them all. Episode 1 had the craziest smile, right? Yayoi, this little girl who's looking for her mother's kidnapper in spirit form. Makes sense, but like, what the hell's wrong with your room? How could you say that's safe? And then we have a boy who seemingly gets off at the face of danger, but at the same time, like, instinct-wise, is trying to pull him away. In one episode, they made me say once again, oh man, So it turns out, whatever curse is affecting our boy probably is the same thing affecting her, and that's why she wears the gloves. There's a way to, like, cure it if we take down the spirit that cursed him, and the fact that they actually made that horrifying room where a little girl threatened a broken finger off a goddess statue to pretty much call her daddy, saying, clean up the blood. I don't want blood on my floor. Beg. If you beg, I won't let these other spirits hurt you. Like, she is scary beyond belief, yet somehow, after what I've seen, I still find myself saying, well, maybe we can work together. And it's the way they went about it that's so brilliant. Had they just thrown him back into that car and we went Scooby Gang style to go with the next hunt, even though we could clearly see how terrified he is, I think many of us would probably look at Keitaro as an MC a couple of notch down from where we currently do. At least that's how I feel. But immediately seeing him turn around saying no, and he legit leaves, he doesn't get roped back, made me say he actually feels genuine. He feels like he's scared, and he's not acting like an anime character for plot convenience. And the idea that he still has his feelings of like, obviously he recognizes that she's lost a lot and that he has a connection with Eiko. So he wants to keep doing his tutoring stuff, but he doesn't want to go monster hunting or ghost hunting because that scares him. And even when it's thrown like she's in danger, he says no, like that's on her. She knew the risk, you should have helped her. But why would someone like that come back? She's doing this to cure you. Immediately, that's a real reason for someone that we've known for a short amount of time, but feels like that would be enough for him to try. And honestly, it makes a lot of sense. I still expect he'll get terrified. I still expect I will get terrified watching these three, but at the end of the day, they made it feel like, okay, you're rewarding the viewer for actually being intelligent. You're not trying to act like we're dumb. You're not trying to pull a fast one on us and write something stupid. This feels like, okay, these two aren't strangers. One is more or less a stranger, but one is someone he's known for a long time and views as the only reason why he's still around right now, right? So the way they write this to hook you in is brilliant, and the horror direction is fantastic. It's not jump scares, it's these unsettling moments. Going down into a cellar with dolls that are like attacking you is freaky. Even though it wasn't an actual umbilical cord, the fact that a vine can attack you and look like one is disturbing. And the fact that, you know, the way they use these tools, whether sometimes she has a crowbar, sometimes she has these little paper things where she pretty much, as she explains it, it acts like a life in a video game. And the idea of using it as distractions, it's just, I find that it's a lot more complex than what you would guess at face value. You read the synopsis or even look at the trailer for this show, you'd think, oh, it's like a ghost hunting story. But I feel like whether it's the way they go about hunting said ghosts, breaking a finger off the goddess statue in order to get a powerful spirit, right? Throwing it into the hyena pack there and being like, okay, if you want me to help you, here it is. If we bring the whole damn statue back, I mean, we're gonna have a very powerful spirit. There's something about this one, and as I keep saying, Sunday's best day of the anime week, it is just banger after banger after banger, and I'm loving my time with Dark Gathering. Like, obviously, I'm probably gonna sound like a broken record, especially if we get 2 cores in of me covering this show, but at the end of the day, it's just, I'm so happy to have a horror anime that's not just creepy, but actually leaves me scared. Like, the hairs on my arm legit stand up at times watching these. And honestly, I love the fact that they reward you because it's frightening, because imagine yourself in that situation. It's weird and unnerving and unnatural to look at it, but putting yourself in these situations, that's a no from me, dog. You pop up with this weird mom with babies all around her, I'm turning around, I'm running, I'm like Shaggy and Scooby-Doo, I'm sprinting out of there. It just knows how to do horror, and the VAs are casted perfectly. I like the fact that Keitaro, the reason for him sticking around makes sense, and they actually wrote him as leaving, and even when she's in danger, she should have done that. It just feels like it's written in a way that rewards intelligence, and it rewards you for paying attention, picking up on the smaller clues, and it's only going to get better from here. Thoughts and feelings on Dark Gathering Episode 3. What did you think? Are you like me? Were you almost out ready to say, you know what, no matter what you throw at me, I'm not going to trust these two? Because now I feel like I fully trust them, and oh man, it's going to be whiplash effect, I can already tell. But let me know what you're feeling down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, ring that bell so you get notified when I upload more videos to this channel. And like I mentioned, full live reaction to Dark Gathering Episode 3 is available on my Patreon, and hey, while you're there, you can also get a video shout out. So today we have Holy Slippers, Spectra, Isaac Farnsworth, and Jake Mullins. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care and have a good one.